is your podcast host, Mariah. Guys, I am still adjusting to all the changes that we have undergone in such a short time. Forgive me when I have to slow down on my words. My braces prevent me from talking as fast as I normally would, but that can be a good thing because you guys should be able to understand me pretty clearly when I'm speaking. So if it does get slurred, I apologize. But I just wanted to come with the initial video. Guys, I'm excited. I'm so excited. It is yes, I have to pull up my sleeves on this one. It's our very first well, it's our very first video cast. And I'm excited. I've been waiting on this. This is the special thing that I was talking about happening within our podcast family. And I'm excited. I wish you could see the wall better. But we're going to get there when we get a different camera. We're not rushing. We're just thanking God for this opportunity of growth. Like, I'm in love with this painting. And the one up there that you can't see, I'm loving it too. I did a little quick snippet short so you guys can check that out if you want to know what the background looking like. We're going to add some things. I'm thinking about adding a shelf here with some plants and one down here to kind of keep it balanced and everything. But I'm happy. I am really, really, really happy. So let's go ahead and kick this show off. So, as you guys can tell, we are undergoing a revamp. If you go back and listen to the previous podcast, then you're going to see that it still has some Hey Auntie Raya things on there. But we have literally changed the name to Sis. You good? Y'all, let me tell you. Okay. So, let's just go ahead and just jump in, right? Why the revamp? Why the name change? All of that. Let me start there. Initially, Hey Auntie was brought on with just the relationship that I have with my nieces and their friends, and them coming to share information with me and talking to me. And although it was a good idea, it wasn't the right idea because their generation isn't really listening to podcasts right now. I believe that will change sometime, but right now, I can't really reach that target audience in that way. So, we have to shift and work how we can. But what I was realizing is a lot of my listeners are in your early middle ages, so late 28s, early 40s. Yes, that's a vast variety, but we're all experiencing the same things. And of course, the algorithms could be wrong because it just depends on who account you are logged into for me to gain that information. Because honestly, the majority of my listeners are males. Yeah, in comparison to females. So that's what I'm saying. If you have a family account that you listen to your podcast on, that would make sense if it's under your husband's name or whatever the case may be. You might be borrowing somebody's account. I don't care. I know you guys have been listening. So thank you so much for that. But the revamp came because I started realizing that my sisters that were there with me needed the same support that I wanted to offer to the young ladies. So I was having problems at the time. And when I engaged with people my age, and I was like, yeah, auntie, they were like, you're too young to be considered an auntie. In my head, I'm like, no, I've been an auntie since I was 11. My niece is literally 18, getting ready to turn 19 this year. So to me, being called auntie all my life, like the majority of my life, Hey Auntie, I thought would be a grasper, attention catcher. But yet it ran people the other way because it's just like, oh, that's for old people. Like, that sounds bad. And what we consider old is really, really, really not old. But anyway, that's a debate for another day. I'm not here for that. I'm here to tell you why we changed the name. So that's why I changed the name to Sis You Good. So what does Sis You Good encompass? What is it about? So Sis You Good is a platform to help all women address everyday topics that at times we feel like we have no one to share it with. We feel like we're alone and different things like that, but you're not alone. You literally have sisters and brothers out there experiencing the same thing. And I wanted to create a platform, a community to build life into one another and to let us know, like, hey, we got this. We're going through this together. So how did it come about? A lot of you probably like, okay, you're telling us about this podcast, but what inspired me to create it? So it was definitely a God move. It was truly a God move. I had decided that I really wanted to be consistent in my relationship with Christ. I wanted to grow, get to know more about Him, and truly just develop my relationship with Him. And what I found out was I started to feel isolated. Like, I felt alone because I was having these feelings of wanting to have sex, of wanting to be in a relationship, of just wanting to do like a lot of things that we consider worldly, and different things like that. And I was like, God, I'm starting over a new leaf with you. But to be honest, y'all, I had the honest part with God covered up. Like, it was just like, God, you don't need to know that I still be wanting sex or that this is on my mind or I'm battling with this. But truly, I have learned He wants to know it all. Know it all. Even though He already knows, He wants that communication with you. So it started from that. I have my notes here, so I'm looking down to make sure I don't forget anything. So I was having financial issues. I was wanting to grow in Christ and still having issues with fornication and wanting to have sex. I had issues with being alone and wanting someone. Like, I was wrapped up in the mindset of a relationship for me having to happen before I turned 30. I'm 30 now and I'm still single. And it's okay. Like, I'm learning so much about myself that I can really, now I find joy in it, where a year ago, I would have been like, this is not the move. This is not happening. I can't believe I'm still single. Like, what's really going on? What's wrong with me? Why haven't somebody snatched me up? Y'all, that's really where my mind was at. But the more I grow to know God, the more I grow to know myself, it's just like, this is all in God's timing. I can't rush His timing. When it happened, it's going to be something so beautiful. But the only thing that I can focus on right now is me, my purpose, what God has created me to be. And that's to be a support and assistance to you guys, not a crutch, because I just want to give you tools and resources to help you grow. That's what I'm here for. So that's how Sis You Good came about. And one of my big sisters, we started checking in on each other because we were having the same thing. It was just like we knew God. We had some type of relationship with Him, but we desired to grow closer to Him. And the more we became honest with one another, and the Bible tells you to, bear witness to those. You don't have to go out to everybody your business, but you should have somebody you confide in. And we started just sharing our struggles and praying for one another and being excited when we made it through tough challenges that we normally would sink in. It became easier. So one of our catchphrases was, sis, you good? Or you good? You sure you good? And part of Black culture is the phrases, you good? You straight? And it have multiple meanings. I know you guys have seen the post where, like, you're with the phrase you're straight. That could mean, are you good mentally? Are you good financially? Are you good today? How you doing? Like, it can have a plethora of meanings. And that's where we are with Sis You Good. Just checking in on our good sis. Just like, girl, you good? Are you really good? Do we just need to pause and rewind? Because what I want each of you ladies to know and to understand is being a Christian woman does not exempt you from being a human. You have temptations, you have trials, you have tribulations, you have challenges, you have all these things, but you can make it through it. So that's all that we're doing with Sis You're Good. So what will we talk about? I kind of gave you guys some different things, but we're going to talk about building ourselves. So I know if you're watching this, you may be a single lady like me, and you may be waiting for your man or whatever, and you're like, where is boo? Let's talk about that. Let's be honest. Like, as Christian women, we sometimes get impatient waiting on boo. It's just like, God, I've been waiting on you to send me boo so I can do right. But God is just like, can you do right without boo? So when boo come, baby, y'all in that guy. So sorry, something just took over my hands and just, whew, quick in there. Okay. I'm sorry. Back focus. But for real, we're gonna talk about growing financially, which is something that I'm working towards now. Building that credit score, like sis, we gotta be in there. One thing I want to say, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, and it started making more sense to me the older I got. I can't demand something from someone that I can't offer or that I'm not working towards building. So let's just make it a simple example. You want a guy who makes six figures, got his own home, he got multiple businesses, bruh got that 700 credit score, 800 credit score. Let's just be honest, he up there. He got that. He got this awesome relationship with God. Yeah, like this list of things that you just put on his shoulders that he did not ask you to put on his shoulders. Like, Mister is out here just like, girl, quit giving me all these extra things. I'm trying to make it through. That's what he's saying to us. I'm trying to make it through, but you making this difficult. So you don't make this list of all these things that a man must have before you will date him or all this and that. Where's your list to match? I'm just saying, don't ask for something that you're not working towards or that you can't present yourself. Now, if you got that credit score up there, you want somebody to match that, or at least try and don't act better than someone. If you got that 750 and they may be at a 520, but they done had some hard times, but they're like, hey, I got a plan. This is my plan to build my credit, X, Y, and Z. Give him a chance, sis. Don't act like you too good, because you could have been there or you may have been there with your credit score. So we're going to talk about growing financially, growing internally. That's where we're at, giving different people a chance, being self-aware, self-care, traveling. What else are we going to talk about? Being single, enjoying the single ride, because I realize people who get in a relationship have a change. Then the kids come and that's another change. And I'm just trying to maintain because, y'all, I be scatterbrained sometimes. So having to take care of me, somebody else, and then the little one on down the road. I do enough with my nieces and nephews now. Godchildren, that's enough for me at this moment. So I am learning to embrace my me time, enjoy this singleness that I have, do things I love, learn new things that I love to do. Like, I'm very highly interested in just painting for fun. I love to crochet. I want to do a pottery class. I want to do a cooking class. Like, it's just different things that I want to engage in. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about healthy dating. We're going to talk about preparation for marriage, because in your singleness, you need to be preparing for marriage if that's one of your desires or your goals. Building our relationship with God, our appearance. Okay, I know you just like, okay, sis, your face done. You got your face beat, yada, yada, yada. You put that makeup on. Appearance isn't about makeup. Makeup makes me feel even better about myself. Now, I look in the mirror when I don't have no makeup on. I'm like, sis, you looking good. You looking good in the mug. You got that fresh face. What's up? Good morning. Good night. But when I put on my makeup, it's just like, ooh. Who you finna go see? Who you popping out to see? Who you trying to get to see you? But it's just, I see me too. And it's another reason to hype myself up. So I wear makeup for that reason. So when I say appearance, I am not saying you have to put on the full face of makeup. What I am saying is presenting yourself to the world, because what you're presenting is what you're going to receive. Habakkuk 2:2, write the vision, make it plain. You dress in some kind of way and you want this specific type of man, and you dressing like this and y'all on the line, he don't see you, sis. He don't see you. My bad. He doesn't see you. Like I said, he don't see you. Not at all. So, I am also super duper duper open to whatever topics that you guys bring to. This is a community, like I said. We can't address topics unless you guys are bringing things. So I'm just going to address some different things that come to me. And as you guys grow comfortable within the community, I can't wait to hear your suggestions, your questions, your feedback to initiate even more topics and even more videos to be pushed out there, to grow, to flourish. I don't know where we're going with this podcast. Well, take it back. I know we're going up with this podcast because God is leading this. But as far as the avenues that he want me to take, I do not know. I was thinking about blogging, like actually typing up a blog. But I don't know yet. If God gives me permission, I'm going to do it. I will soon be launching the website for Sis You Good podcast. And I want you guys to go click it out, go check it out. All the episodes will be there for you to go listen to. If you want to go back and listen to podcasts, they will be visually on YouTube, but you also can catch us on different platforms. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher. It's a lot of them, so go find us. We're out here, sis. We are out here. I thank you guys for taking your time to watch this video, and I can't wait to see where we go from here. Bye. Love you guys.